Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, and welcome to episode number 160. Oh my goodness, this is the actual last episode of the year. It's literally the end of December and we're wrapping up 2022. Can you believe it? I mean, when I used to look at 2022 from when I was like in, 2000 or, oh my goodness, like sounds like such a long time ago. I can't believe it. Like I thought at 2022 by now we will be flying, not driving cars, but flying cars. Who knows? And now we're here and we just finished this year and we, as always, when I wrap up the year, I sit down and I come up with a bit of a conclusion on what happened and what shifted, what was accomplished, what we're going to accomplish for next year. And I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do it with you together on this podcast. And I will really encourage you guys that you do the same. So how I do it is that I go through literally my calendar, because as you guys know, I'm very disciplined and everything I do is in my calendar. So as I'm talking to you, I'm going back to January 2022 and I'm going to look into the calendar and I'm going to tell you all the things that happen. And I'm going to tell you because this is a good exercise for me to celebrate what happened, celebrate the good times, celebrate the tough times, and bring out the learnings out of all those things, and be able to just like back into me, right? So back into like, yeah, I'm doing this. This is me. This is happening. Well done. Let's go, right? Wrap up. Let's go for another year, right? So I started January 2022 that I was in Italy. For the first time in literally 2.5 years, I was able to finally get out and go to Italy, which was great. And I came back and straight away I got a positive COVID test. So I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. I had no symptoms whatsoever, but I had to stay in my house for 2 weeks. And I have to say that it has been an interesting, challenging year, mindset-wise, and I'm so proud, so proud of how I turned this year around, and the accomplishment that I have made, even though the year started really rough. And so those 2 weeks were not easy, but I got out of that, and I've got one event in, I think it was February. We did one event, and it was like, amazing to be back on stage. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I belong on stage. And I was so excited, so excited, and look forward to running this conference. And so in February, we did one workshop online, another 3-day workshop online. And we just become such an expert of running those 3 workshops online with my clients. It was just like so good, so easy. And after that workshop, what happened is that we were preparing for conference, and I had one of my staff member quit. And then 2 days later, the other staff member quit. So now all of a sudden, I'm facing the business on my own. I'm like, there's no one left in my office. I'm going to go to work by myself. And my mom was in Australia at the time when that happened, thank goodness. And so at least I had the support of my mom. And for the first time in a long time, I had a cry in front of my mom. Usually I don't cry, and I had a bit of a cry because I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen without my staff members. I don't know who I was going to be. I don't know how I was going to do it by myself. And it was all fear. And I love the fact that of what happened straight after. So we had a conference coming up, and this literally happened like 10 days before the conference. So I'm like, okay, well, you guys just quit. So I need you to put everything in place. I need to make sure that all the procedures are super tight and super good. I need to find someone to replace you, and you need to go and train them. So I had literally no time. So I am so lucky. I was so lucky. I found someone to try to replace the girls, and it was such a blessing because it was so scary, but at the same time we made it happen. So they were training those people, and there was no time for them to come to conference. So I hired someone else to. So I had literally 3 people in 2 weeks. It was crazy. So I hired one person to replace one person, and so from a full-time position, I got a 10 to 20 hours a week a contractor here in Australia, and not in my office, not in my city. Then for the other position, another full-time position, I got another person that is another 10 to 20 hours and is a contractor, because they can do their own time. They're pretty much just supervising and making sure that the projects are happening. And then I hire a full-time virtual assistant to help and cover all the rest of the hours, right? So it's still 40 hours, but it's divided from some people in Australia and another person in the Philippines. And so that obviously was great for our cash flow as well. And then I hired someone for the conference to actually run the event. And the conference in March 2022 was legit next level. Now, together, coincide with the conference, we launched a brand new business, the Empowering Virtual Solution. We started a company, everything happened. And we literally started the business from zero. And it's already, now in December, it's already at $500,000, and we are going to double it in this financial year. So my goal is to get it by $1 million by the 30th of June 2022, and it's literally happening. It's already happened. It's already there. It's already done. And so I want to this is where I want to show people is how do you start a business from scratch and turn it into $1 million business literally 12 months later? And so that's what I want to show everybody. So in literally 1st of April 2022, we opened up a new business, and that is going really well. And it was just so amazing. And I had nobody in the office, right? It was just me. So in April 2022, I ran my first Bootcamp to Scale, a 3-day workshop online with nobody in the office, just me. It was scary at first, but it actually was so good. And that's when I decided, okay, where do I want this business to go? How do I want this to run? Where are we going to go? And so in that moment, I decided what was my priority. And as a nearly 40 years old woman at the time, I turned 40 in June, I decided that where I wanted to go in business was not where I was before COVID. And I decided that I did not want to go back to do national tours at this stage. I did not want to go back on running all those events. I used to run 100 events a year. I'm I don't want to do that anymore, because I want to change my focus. I want to learn, and I want to do it so that I can teach my clients. I want to learn how to make the same amount of money, or even more, actually more, and work less, right? And not burn out, and be working smarter and not harder. And so I've already accomplished working less throughout the year, but then when I had to run events, obviously there was a lot of me on time of me. So even though when I was at home, I was working less, when I was traveling, I was working triple the time, right? So at the end of the year, I was working a lot of hours. So I decided that the business was going to take a different direction, which means I had to remove all the 3-day workshops. I had to change the structure of the business, and I had to make sure that everything was done evenly and perfectly. So in the meantime that we grew the virtual assistant agency and get that to 500,000, in the meantime, we were planning on how to change the structure of the empowering events, the sold out business academy. We would teach business owners how to get the business out there on social media, do organic marketing, have strategies in place to maybe sustain the business so that it can grow. And it was just amazing. Then in May, straight after the bootcamp, I went to an amazing breathwork retreat in the Sunny Coast, and it was just oh my gosh, rebirth. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. And come back after that, I did another 3-day workshop on my own, online. Oh my goodness, amazing. Another 20 people, changed their lives, amazing stuff. So all of this happened, and we're now in June 2022. It was just incredible. Went on a holiday with my diamond client. That was great as well. And yeah, everything just everything worked out. Everything was perfect. And then we started a new financial year. We officially opened the company. So the first year we put all Empowering Virtual Solution and Empowering Events were all under Empowering Events. And then on the 1st of July, we actually decided to split the businesses because we already reached 100K. So we had to, logistically and all of that, we had to split it. In July, I started a brand new fitness regime. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I got back into being healthy and fit and all of that. And then I went back dancing salsa as well. And then in August, I went to Maldives. I did a trip in Maldives. It was so good, great, amazing. And then when I came back, I was sick. I was sick for 2 weeks. It was tough. I was sick for 2 weeks, but it's okay. When I got better in September, then we ran the last 3-day workshop. And then in November, we ran the last bootcamp to scale. And that is it. That is a wrap. I'm not doing that again. And it's been so amazing to be able to see where the business can go now with a different structure. So after that, I went to Phoenix in the US and in Arizona. And I did a 5-day workshop, which was outstanding. 3-day workshop, with the life coach school with Brooke Castillo. It was amazing. I got to be on stage with her. I got to really meet that part of myself again, which was just a dream. And the extraordinary part of me, that part of me that is like, I have got this. I am extraordinary. I am one of a kind. I am incredible, without feeling bad, without feeling more than other people, I am amazing, and lots of other people are amazing. I'm not more than anybody else. I'm not, anything different. Anything that I have achieved, anybody can achieve. And I don't need to make myself smaller though to make this happen. So now that I have literally come all the way to US. I'm in North Palm Beach at the moment near Miami, and I'm running 2 businesses from a different time zone, from a different country. Like, I'm being like so impressed with everything that me and my team were able to achieve in the last few months. And we know what's going to happen in 2023. It's just watch out, right? Just watch out. We launched an amazing new structure for the business. So for empowering events, we decided to change the Sold Out Business Academy into a membership with a non-lock-in contract. And so it's different. Obviously, people are not going to get access to everything straight away. They have to go through the membership to watch the videos to get momentum. And we are running different things in different ways to get people to obviously stay. And it's been such a success at the moment. People are loving it. They're getting success and getting resources, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. So just wanted to refresh that moment, right? When I go back in February, that my team quit, and I thought it was the end. I thought it was over. Rather, it was the beginning of what else is possible without people in my office. So what I come up with that was I rented a room in my office. So the office is actually in a house, a 4-bedroom house. 1 bedroom is I use for my office. The other part used to be for other team members, but now that we don't have anymore, I'm like, okay, well, let's do it. So 1 ensuite room is fully booked in Airbnb, like legit, and people are booking all the time. Now that I'm in Miami, I've got both my house and the office completely sold out, completely booked out on Airbnb. Literally everything that happened from that painful moment when 2 of my staff quit in the same week, and I thought everything was over, and I thought I was never going to be recovering from that. I was going to have to shut down the businesses and maybe sell the houses and maybe, go back to a job. My brain was bringing all these crazy things, and what I did is that I dealt with it. I brought all my thoughts in front of me, and I looked them all up, and I decided, what do I want to choose from here? Do I want to fold and cry and just stop everything? Or do I want to fight? Or do I want to bring the best out of this situation? And I did. I created, and because I don't have staff members now, I was able to dream bigger. I was able to think, yeah, you know what? I can be in Miami for 2 months and run the business. Yeah, you know what? I can do anything I want. Yeah, you know what? I can change the business now. I feel that I had allowed a lot of my staff members to put their limiting beliefs into what I was doing, and there was a lot of it was a lot of growth that I had to go through, and the boundaries that I had to put to not allow their limiting beliefs to get into me. And I think during COVID I may have let that a little bit too much, and so the letting go of these last people in my business was able to recreate what I truly want, really create my dream, really create my plan, my everything that I truly want. So what's next? What's next for 2023? Okay, so this is what happened in the last conference in Phoenix, it was that I was able to now dream way bigger than I ever have. And I actually am seeing for the next year a massive change. I'm going for $5 million. And when I say I'm going for $5 million, I am going there. Like, it's happening. Doesn't matter if it happens in 1 year or in 2 years, but it's happening. And it's happening without the burnout, and it's happening without the, working around the clock. It's not happening without burning out me or my team. And it's happening smoothly and playing with the idea. It's not happening with any type of rush or scarcity or fear. The reason why I want to put a $5 million goal is because of the person that I have to become to even think that big. Because when I think about, I'm going to make $1.5 million business again, and there's no growth in that because I've done it before, it's sort of like my brain doesn't need to stretch. Whatever I did in the past, I've got to do it again, right? It's like, I've done it, it's there. But when I stretch myself to go, I'm going to make $5 million business, I'm going to make $5 million business, that's when I feel the butterflies. That was when I go, oh my gosh, is it actually going to happen? And so there is that, that drive that happens when I put a dream that is at the point of 5 million. And I know that when I say that, my audience believe me. My team, the people around me, they know that if I choose to do that, I will do it. And so I wanted to remind you all, are you dreaming big? Or are you playing safe? Because the time that I have said to myself, it's okay, we can go for 1.5, is because I was afraid of disappointment. Because I was afraid of burning my team out. I was afraid, but I cannot burn anybody out, right? They burn themselves out with their own minds. So me not putting big enough dreams because I'm afraid of what the people are going to do with that dream, it's none of my responsibility and it's none of yours. So you need to bring in front of you a number that is going to stretch you to that. And it's about building that relationship with yourself to know what type of person am I going to be when I make $5 million, and how do I align myself to that? What type of decision do I make? How do I make those decisions? What do I do every step of the way? And so 2023, we have an amazing plan for empowering events and an amazing plan for Empowering Virtual Solutions. We need only 20 more clients in Empowering Virtual Solutions to get to our goal of 1 million, which is super easy. And then after that, that business is going to be only maintaining at 50. So we might be able to have 1 or 2 spots available every month, but that is pretty much it to maintain it at 50, or we might have no spots available every month. Depends on, how many people are going to, changing around on the virtual assistant. And so that business is now going to stay at 50. So we only have 20 spots left for that. And it's going to happen by March for sure. So that business is going to get to 1 million by March, which is great. And then the other business, Empowering Virtual Solution, is where we're going to be able to have fun and play. And we have this monthly membership that I've created that is like a dream. Like, it's business support on steroids. Like, we're going to be able to have everybody in this sold out business academy understanding the power of the word sold out, understanding who they're going to be when they are sold out. How does that look like? And we don't mean sold out and burn out. It's sold out and working less. Sold out by having demand. You are in demand. I'm going to show you how to do it organically, how to get fully booked, how to get the waiting list, how to get people that really crave to work with you. And that is going to be the best academy in the world. Business academy, where we help you, we support you in your mindset, in your business, so that we can get you the results that you deserve. You can dream big and get there. And so with this academy that is like a membership, then people can come to our conference, which happens in May 2023. We already got 20 tickets sold, and we want 100 people there, which is going to be amazing. And it's only December, right? So it's super easy. We've got 5 more months to get our 80 people, which is super easy. And we haven't even, like, we just told our clients, we haven't even put it outside, right? So it's going to be incredible. And then from the conference, then every year we're going to bring people together into a retreat. And that retreat is a luxury retreat for business owners that dream big. It's only allowed for people that have a dream and they want to achieve that dream. And we're going to do it every year, one retreat. And it's going to be only for 12 people. And those 12 people get to spend 5 days with me. It's going to be absolutely extraordinary, and I just can't wait to show people how to spend time with the future self, to show people how to embrace luxury, richness, and abundance in full, in depth, and be used to it. Like, this is my new life, this is it, this is how I roll, this is how I do it, this is what happens. And so this is how we're going to turn this academy into an online membership where people get to be coached on steroids, make their dream come true, come to a conference where they can be on stage and show off these amazing successes and win awards, and then come to a retreat. And this is how we're gonna get to the 5 million. And I'm just so excited of the possibilities that will happen by me getting to 5 million. Imagine how many people I'm gonna be inspiring. Imagine how many people are gonna be super excited. Imagine how many people are gonna start to dream bigger because I dare to dream bigger, because I dare to put myself a goal that is so out of my comfort zone, so out there, but I have no fear of saying that out loud. I have no fear of admitting that goal is scary, but it's still there about doing it. And I'm working towards that. And I am like on fire. And the more I say it, the more that is me aligning myself with that manifestation of this dream. The more I say it, the more I feel it, the more I'm excited about it. So I want to invite you, it's the end of the year, do a summary of what you've done. Really bring that awareness of, like, you know what, this year for me personally was my rebirth. I found what I truly want to do with this business. I found what truly is going to light me up, and I just align myself with it. And 2023 is now going to be the whole, now that the foundation is done, 2023 is going to be the explosion year. Everything is going to happen, and it's going to come, and it's going to just like be there because we worked so hard in 2022 to make that happen. And so 2023 is now receiving. It's like, let's go. Let's get to the 5 million, and we're there. It's just happening. So I would like you guys to do that. Understand what 2022 brought you. Thank it. Be grateful. And this year I'm grateful for all those ups and downs. And I'm grateful for all these moments that help me to stretch my dream, to stretch who I am, to find that part of me that was choosing a different direction. And I am back into understanding that anything is possible. Anything. And business and success doesn't mean burnout. It doesn't mean working hard. It doesn't mean any of that. We can achieve our dreams. We can do everything we want. We just have to believe it. And so this is my year of bringing it a whole new level of belief, and now aligning myself with it and getting there. So I hope that this was useful for you guys. Thank you for listening. And thank you so much for, 160 episode. We have over 20,000 downloads. I'm just like so grateful for every single one of you. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for reaching out to me after you listen to this podcast. Let me know that, I've always liked to take you guys with me, right? Take you guys with me in my trips and in my ideas, in my dreams, in my goals, in my ups and downs. And thank you for the support, and thank you for the belief, right? The belief in everything that I do and everything that you do. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll see you next year, I guess. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.